I heard of the academy and the position that was open, so I interviewed with Rabbi Rappaport. That's how I started 47 years ago. Over the 47 years I've been here, I've made a lot of friends, people that I've worked side by side with, and I think because of my relationships with these people that I've grown. I've grown in a number of ways. I've grown in terms of understanding my teaching capabilities. I know I've grown tremendously in terms of my respect and understanding of Judaism. It's been, all in all, it's just been a great experience working with the people that I have. What keeps me, and I'm sure most of the teachers here at the school coming back, are the kids. I mean, the kids are the nicest bunch of kids you can ever imagine and want to have in a class. I would guesstimate that between the two schools I've had over 4,000 students. They're a pleasure to teach. Way back when, I said to myself, the time will come when someone's going to come up and say, Mr. Newman, my bubby was in your class way back when. This year is the year where I have two, not one, but two third-generation students. And I'm proud of myself for having been here long enough to do that. I don't know how many people can actually say they've been in one institution for 47 years, and I take pride in it, and I'm glad I'm here.
I was in Mr. Newman's first class, 1972, at the Academy, and my wife was in his first class at the girls' school at the same time. He was an exciting teacher. I still remember where I sat in the class, middle row, third seat, and his quizzes, and his teaching, and his enthusiasm for biology.
I had Mr. Newman, I believe it was his first year teaching at the girls' school, which was at that time called the Ida Crown Jewish Academy Girls High. He always came into the class enthusiastically and gave that over to the students, so we were always excited and interested to see and to learn what he was going to give to us that day.
He was pretty quirky, but again, also enthusiastic and excited to really teach us. He really wanted to teach us in a way, not that we would spit back information, but actually understand the concepts, and that was really very evident in the questions on his tests.
His class is extremely difficult, but he wants to make everyone learn, so he makes it sure you know it before he moves on to the next lesson.
Every time I walk in, I'm like, whoa, this guy teaches my mother, my cousins, my grandparent, my grandmother, and it's fun. It's fun, and I tell him my cousin had a baby, and he's like, whoa, I'm old.
Mr. Newman has always been the entry-level teacher, the teacher that every freshman student at the Academy had. And so he was able to set certain expectations for students of what learning should be like in high school.
He was my teacher in my biology class. I could say that this was probably the first science class that I really was inspired by. A number of years later, I began working with Mr. Newman. He was a colleague. He would mentor me as a new teacher. That's obviously a valuable resource. And then now, after all these years, I feel like what a gift that I can call Dave my friend.
Every so often, maybe about once a month, he would cook this gigantic pot of spaghetti and sauce. And he would invite students in and other faculty in, and everyone would just sit around and dine together for lunch. And it afforded me the chance to actually meet some students that I would be seeing in a couple of years. And those are all moments that everyone remembers. Students remember those things.
3 years ago, we moved into our brand new 21st century building. And in fact, we are the only brand new 21st century high-tech buildings with a ham radio room. And it's all because of Mr. Newman.
In ham radio, I've been licensed since 1981. But as soon as I got licensed, I was just enamored by this whole hobby. And I brought it to school to the extent that I started a club after school for kids to learn everything about amateur radio and likewise get licensed. It's just, to me, a blast.
November Echo 9 Hotel. You want to throw something on the video? November Echo 9 Hotel, NE9H. That's his license plate. That's his radio handle. That's a big part of it.
I remember Dave very fondly back 100 years ago. Dave is as much of a fixture at the Academy as the menorah is.
I really admire Mr. Newman for everything he's done with the students over the years, the way he's taught them and helped them grow in biology and in maturity. And just as importantly, or more importantly, he's just a real mensch.
He made a difference in our school for so many years. It's really hard to imagine what the Academy will be like next year when he'll be retired. I'm sure that the Mr. Newman stories are going to continue in the Academy family for generations.
Once I made the decision that this was going to be my last year, I kind of said to myself, this is my year of lasts. So I view it as, when I go up to the whiteboard, this is the last time I teach this material. This is the last time I get a chance to sit down and schmooze with the kids. The last time I walk down the halls as an Ida Crown Jewish Academy teacher, what I will bring with me at least are my memories. And memories of all the people that I've been involved with, and memories of all the kids. And I've given my life's work to the Academy, and if given the opportunity, I'd give my next lifetime to do it all over again.